Hey everybody, we're live and we're live and we're back and we have guests. And first in the middle is my longtime friend, Melanie Fitch.
We're live and we're back and
not only that, there's two of me talking.
We have guests.
So
and
what I'm going to make
first
absolutely certain I
in
do,
the middle is my longtime friend,
let me stop.
Melanie Fitch. We're live and we're back and
not only that, there's two of me talking.
we have guests.
So
and
what I'm going to make
first
absolutely certain I
in
do,
the middle is my long.
There we go. That's the YouTube version, folks. We had a bunch of windows open at once. So hey, the gift is you get to hear me twice. And how's that for a large
Nice.
so,
Cheers for the price of one.
Price is special.
Yeah, I think we just lost a couple thousand viewers. But anyway. But Melanie, we've known each other for a while now, right?
Oh gosh, I can't even remember how long, but it's been 30 years or so.
Yeah, and I asked legendary Zenny62 blogger Dave Squires, who's in the UK right now. We're all sheltered in place to join us, and so this is history in the making right here. Melanie, first of all, for those who may not know, tell them how Irrelevant Week started.
Irrelevant Week and the celebration of Mr. Irrelevant, the last selection in the draft, it was my father's idea. And he always felt that the last player drafted should be treated as special as the first guy drafted. It's irrelevant that he's last. It's an honor to be drafted at all. I mean, there's only 255 approximately guys drafted every year. So 45 years ago, we started with support from the NFL by being able to bring the last player selected out to where we live in Newport Beach, California, and celebrate him as if he's like the first guy. And his name is Mr. Irrelevant, but he's not treated as if he's irrelevant. It's his 15 minutes of fame, so it's very fun.
I like that, the 15 minutes of fame. And I went in 2012, and I'm overdue for a trip back. And
yes, you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have some history in the making before I get to that, because I want to take advantage of this great new StreamYard service and show you something that I think you'll enjoy that involves your father and a classic video. Since this is the time where we're celebrating, here it is. We have so many videos with you all. It's really something. But this one, I think of all of them, this one is one that really, I think, captures the essence of what this is all about. And if I can share screen, and there it is right here. This is from 2007 right here. And we'll play it. And
oh, look at you doing it.
Okay, I'm going to give us a 5 count, and then 2, I'm going to hit record and start. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is my great privilege and pleasure to introduce the 72nd NFL Draft, man behind Mr. Irrelevant, Paul Sattel. Paul, welcome to the NFL Draft Mag.
Wild Bill.
And fieldposition.com. And I apologize that I'm losing my voice. Please tell us all about what you do.
That's great stuff.
I know, and Zenny knows, it's the greatest thing in the world. We want you to tell everybody else.
And so that's what you were doing, Melanie. So in honor of you, I wanted you to see that, though. And, I thought it might bring back some memories. And I want to, that I started to cry. So rather than do that.
They're still around. You can come give them a hug when you come out.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And so you were saying about how all this started, and how are you going to do it this year? I mean, how is it?
Well, this year is irrelevant. No. This year, the New York Giants have the last selection so far. I don't know if they're going to trade or not, but they're excited about having the last selection. So we've been in contact with the New York Giants, but we just have to wait until the NFL allows them to gather, practice. All of that's sliding. They don't have practice is set, so I don't know when they're going to let me have Mr. Irrelevant, because if I set up that it's July 30th, that may be right when they're allowed to start practices, or mid rookie orientation or whatever. So we're at the standby. My committee and my volunteers, we're ready to plug it in as soon as we can have him. But if the social distancing and the things that are in place, it'd be difficult for us to have a fun celebration for him, because several hundred people come out to each event. So he'll be Mr. Irrelevant for a full year, a full 12 months, so to speak. So we could even do it in November, or we can do it whenever. It would be as best of a celebration as we could have in his honor. So
Hey,
we'll just
doing it virtually like they're doing the draft. I mean, is there, you know, I know.
Sign of the time.
We could give him the Lozman, virtual Lozman. That would be really irrelevant.
Well,
What I was going to ask is,
yeah, please.
how many of these Mr. Irrelevants actually made it? I mean, I'm guessing a lot of them get cut after camp. Yes,
it's our 45th year, and I would say that about 12 of them made it. When we first started doing it 45 years ago, there were 15 rounds of the draft. So Mr. Irrelevant was at the bottom of 15 rounds. Now, for the last few years, it's been 7 rounds. So the player is much more viable and has broken records, and he's a much stronger player. So if 12 have made it over the 45 years, about 8 of them have been in the last 14 years, if you follow me on that, because they're just a much stronger player. They're good for the team, and so they make it. We're excited when they make it. We usually try and go to the first game of their pregame, the first pregame. You never know how long they'll be there, right? So we all go out and we cheer them on. But I would, Ryan Suckup, he actually was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. He was a kicker, and he made Rookie of the Year. He was the highest scorer for the Kansas City Chiefs when he was selected. Marty Moore actually played in the Super Bowl with the Patriots. Jim Finn had a long career. Mike Green played with the Chicago Bears for a long time. So a lot of them have made it, or some of them have made it. Some of them have been on the practice squads and not actually the regular roster, but stayed with the team for several years on practice, waiting to be moved up. Mm-hmm. But not everybody makes it. So we're glad we can celebrate them early before they change their profession, so to speak.
The year.
Well,
I'll go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
There are guys in the 4th or 5th that get cut after camp sometimes. So, you just never know. And then there's free agents that will make it. So
right. It's guys in the first round that get cut. I mean, they just bomb out, and it's just a goose egg. But yeah, free agency, because then they know what they have to fill. People get picked up there, but first rounds even get picked, and that's really a non-commitment because they invested so much in them.
Hey, Melanie, who was the gentleman that was the quarterback the year that I came down to Newport Beach? I think he actually made the Broncos, didn't he? Or it was I have to look him up actually. But
quarterback for we just had. But you mean several years ago?
Yes.
I don't remember.
He was. It was the year. Let me try and use the magic of the internets to check it out, and I believe.
Ronnie Makeda was a quarterback, but
Chandler Harnish.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he did, and he actually got on Arizona, got some play in Arizona too.
Yeah.
He was from Northern Illinois, I think, University. But you're right.
Chandler Harnish. I'm gonna plug this in because it turns out that my computer's in the red. Hold on a second. Just a live thing that gets fixed just by oh, there, like that. Which it should just come on. It should.
Vinny, your house looks comfortable. Can I come hang out there? Can I come be locked up there? Like,
Yeah,
is there
we're
a
more than
fireplace
welcome.
behind there?
We have
I'm
a
all
great
over that.
experience. You're more than welcome. Absolutely.
Tell your mom I'm coming.
Okay, I will definitely do that. It was she'd love to have you.
I have beer though.
Oh, okay, Dave, I could do that. Dave, I went to the very first game when the American Bowl, when
Oh wow.
the NFL had the game out in London.
Well, the preseason, the American Bowl.
Yes.
With, what, 88, something like that.
Yes, and it was the Dallas Cowboys and the Raiders, I think.
Yeah. Cowboys.
And we had tickets, and we were trying to get some. We had extra tickets, and we were trying to get some of the local people to come sit with us. And I said, the tickets are on the 50-yard line. And they go, we don't want to sit on the 50-yard line. We like the end zones, because they're used to soccer, I guess. But I guess it's better to be in the end zone. We couldn't even give them away, and they were 50-yard line seats. So we had a good time.
It'd be different now.
Yeah, they'd want them now.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Melanie. How also did the league? When did you all realize, oh my God, this is really going to be different? Did the league immediately just call and say, hey, look, we got you guys in play, and here's what we're going to do? How did that unfold?
For this year's draft?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We were in, we were in contact with them just because of Irrelevant Week and whatever. And so we had gone and done advanced plans in Las Vegas because it's as close as it's been to California. So we had a whole contingency going out. It was going to be a really big year. It always lands on my birthday, and I haven't had a birthday party for 45 years. So, this was going to be a big deal.
Birthday party.
Yeah. So we met with them out in Vegas, and we were planning all of these things. And there's the big Ferris wheel and all that. Anyway, so then when it did not happen that way, they were initially, when it was going to, they were thinking about having some people in studio, make sure everybody was non-viral and kept separated apart. But they were even going to bring some of the players into like NFL Network in studio in New York. So I was going to go to New York and do the selection in New York. Then that was changed. Commissioner Goodell's going to do all of his selections at home. He's not even going to be in a real studio, even if it's cleaned or not. So then we were talking about bookending it, where he would do the selection, and then at the very end, I would be on a stage and say, okay, and now the last. But again, with everything going on, to fly me to New York is not probably worth doing. So what they've done now, and they've taken the top 58 players, and they've got cameras set up at their homes. They've got these directions that they've sent the packages out there. So they've sent you a camera, lights, all of this stuff. And so the players are going to get set up at their different homes. They're not supposed to have less than 10 people in there, and then they will get their reactions to the players. So as far as Irrelevant Week, the secret scoop on Irrelevant Week is we actually taped a lead-in for the last pick, because I would say the same thing no matter what it is. And it's sort of generic, because if the Giants don't have the last selection, I don't want to say, okay, Giants, who is it? And then it's like Denver. So, my dad's in the shot, and I'm there, and Ed, my husband, always holds up the jersey for the last pick. It says Mr. Irrelevant. So that is all set up, but it'll go as a lead-in before Roger announces the last selection.
So basically, it'll be like from the video to the live at his What's he using? His basement, I understand, something like that.
My understanding is somewhere in his house.
Yeah.
Yes, his it was on Twitter. It's his basement.
It's his basement. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But apparently, you can still boo him somehow.
Oh, goody. Well, I'm a Californian and we don't do basements, so the only basements I know are the ones where people get murdered and things in spooky movies. So I'm glad I'm not there in a basement because Californians don't do basements.
I think it's more of a man cave than a basement.
Oh, man cave. Well,
yeah.
That sounds more fun. Do you have a basement, Dave, at your house?
No.
Okay. Zinni, do you have a basement?
Yeah, we have a basement right over. If I can do this right over here. See that door?
Yeah. Are there like dead bodies and things in the basement?
No. No. Maybe
all the Mr. Irrelevance of years gone by are in that basement.
Yeah. It's irrelevant. They didn't even look for them. They just left them down.
The funny thing about it is that when I first came here, I thought, because the basement is so expansive, I thought I was actually looking to see if the previous owners had left down there that would be concerning, right? So
making the hair stand up on my arm. It just
But we have another room down there that is more like I call it a tornado ready room.
Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
A tornado ready room, so that we can go down there. Like right now, it's thundering. We've had some really weird weather around here for the past week and 2 weeks, really. But where we're situated, knock on wood, we haven't had a solid tornado, hit here in this place right around here. So knock on wood nearby, if you will, right, knock on right there. So knock on wood. There it goes. Just did. Hey, so if normally one of the great aspects of Irrelevant Week is the dinner, and Lee Steinberg comes up with his fake contract, right? Well, I won't call it a fake contract. With Lee, it's actually a real contract, but this year, I mean, have you talked to Lee about doing something? I mean, I know you're kind of not with that, but I'm still of this idea that maybe a virtual Relevant Week might be cool to do, but then do a real one once everything settles, just to celebrate the fact that we're all able to touch each other again.
Yeah. We could do that. We could have him. We usually take him. We teach him how to surf. We could just have this lonely surf guy out there going, "You're doing great," and we can do the Lozman, and John Ireland has been our MC. John Ireland can tell his jokes and things, and we'll have canned laughter. He'll be just this one human in a big ballroom, and Lozman can be on a table with dust on it. And
I love it.
Celebrities could, Zoom in and say, "Hey, good luck, best to you," and it's cool. If you want, we can do that for you, Zinni. It's irrelevant.
That would be fantastic, and that would be fantastic, and I will loan the services of Zinni62 Incorporated to help out with that, and even build your special blog page. I mean, we have a special blog page here for our NFL draft party, which starts at 7:30 out here. So, and you're invited, of course. So, perfect. Hey, yeah, definitely. Hey, so, I'm going to let you go so we can get set up for that.
Okay.
And we'll see you later. And, it's great to see you, even if it's virtually.
Thank you very much, Dave. Nice meeting you. I hope that everybody's safe out there where
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. And you?
You're doing okay? Okay.
Yeah, just about.
Hey, you all stick around. Talking to my guests, stick around, Dave and Melanie. Everybody, we will be back at 7:30, but we're going to shove off for now. And thank you for checking out the show, and please subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube. And with that, I will end the broadcast. Yeah.